the most exciting thing about the summit today is meeting the people. And I think coming out here to this new promised land, this is amazing.
To see the blackness and to feel the energy that's here, everybody thinking about the same thing, it's very powerful.
I'm honored to be sitting next to someone that looks like me who's so well versed in these topics.
We help consumers, specifically in low-income and disadvantaged communities, accelerate climate resiliency and renewable energy. And when we say disadvantaged, a lot of people think low income. No, these are people who have been historically underserved and do not have access to their energy. So today, my talk is managing your energy costs like a boss. The major issue is that nobody looks at us as a prospect. And as a consequence, we're not being sold to, we're not being educated, because if you're gonna sell to someone, you educate in order to sell. It's a consultative method. And that's not happening in our community. And so it's important not only to reach our community, it's also important that we do the reaching. When we bring people out and they can see all the different complexities of sustainability, this is what's important. This is why it's important. Not enough of us are being a part of it. We're the first, worst, and hardest hit by climate change. So let's do something about it.
I'm a footwear designer and developer by trade. Just stepped into the role of shoe recycling and material recovery within the last couple of years. And so the studies that we look at in the footwear industry is based on demographics. So based on demographics and purchase power, we represent 58% of Blacks and African Americans buy sneakers. So we take up 58% of the purchase power of the sneaker culture. But those shoes and those sneakers are being thrown away. And so we not only impact the industry itself, but we also have a very large impact on the waste side as well.
My passion is teaching people how to grow food from the start, not necessarily how to become a big farmer, but at least how to feed yourself and how to feed your family. These companies are what they're doing. They're controlling and they're monopolizing seeds. So small farmers, they're no longer able to even save their seeds and share the seeds because they're afraid. So for me, teaching everyday gardeners here how to save their own seeds and how to share those seeds, and looking to building a seed bank. I'm saving seeds, and I'm also going to donate some of these seeds so other people can share seeds as well.
Because this is the future, this is how generational wealth is created. When I start a business, I'm not just starting it for me, I'm starting it for the community, because I know I want my children to be able to work here. I know I want the neighbors' kids to be able to work here and keep this thing going. I don't want them to have to come home from college and try to figure out where they're going to go work at. In fact, I want to be able to pay for college, and I want to give them a list of things that I need them to learn. So that's how sustainability is created. We gotta make sure we maintain the infrastructure so we can keep it sustainable.
Earth is a marketplace. Go to the market.
So I taught people today about how to properly identify the 3 threats to water, which include bacteria, viruses, and parasites. I taught them about the 3 main water advisories that they should attune themselves to and what those advisories mean on a real practical, visceral level and how to address them.
Our communities are already hit hard by disparities, whether it be economic disparities or health disparities or housing disparities and such. And sustainability, applying sustainability solutions to those areas can drive out and maximize benefits to communities, such that we have fair and just housing, such that we have transportation systems that work for us, such that we have local food and such, rather than going to convenience stores and such, such that we're importing and we're producing our own clean energy. Sustainability is paramount to our community.
I've come together with getting a program called Crown Therapy and kind of integrating the health services, the mental health services, as well as beauty services and bringing them together.
So welcome to Phoenix Gardens. I'm Brennan Washington. We moved down from New York 2004 and started. We didn't know we were farmers in 2005, but we started then what became eventually this farm we're going to visit with today. These are hoop houses or high tunnels, and basically their main function is to give you season extension, so you can get an extra month at the beginning of the season, and you can get some extra time at the end of the season. The sides roll up. You don't heat these, so that's the difference between a greenhouse and and I'll show you our greenhouse in a minute. These hoop houses, we love these things. We grow all year round here in Georgia. Keep in mind, we don't have to keep a steady heat in here. We just have to heat it enough to raise the temperatures when it gets really cold, to raise stuff 5 to 10.
This year, they're high school students and they're with Fee Gwinnett and Gardens for Growing. Tixie Fowler is the, founder. So the students come here to learn. These are the peppers that they were growing, which is still growing. They planted them, and jalapenos are incredible. I cut them, clean them, wash them, blanch them, cut them, and then put them in the freezer.
Wash, blanch them, cut them again?
No, what you're gonna do is you're gonna cut them, wash them really good a couple times, and then blanch them.
Hot water.
It's gotta look, if it's good enough for me, then it's good enough for you. That's how I roll, Because somebody was gonna put it in a plastic, I think Lance, was it you, Lance, that was gonna put it in a plastic bag? And I'm like, you ain't said nothing slick, Lance. I said, I got that. Yeah. I hope I have enough for everybody. Do I have enough for everybody? Everybody wants one? Yeah, you can. Yeah, the seeds will dry. You can just leave them as they are, and they'll dry, and then you can use them.
This is an event where I found a lot of like-minded people, and the things that I think about and do at my place, these people are already doing them, and it just enlightened me on a lot of stuff, and hopefully I can lend myself for some enlightenment on the things that they require that can be made as opposed to purchased. There are certain skills we need in the community so we can have the kind of things and the kind of thought, because one of the things that the computer and the cell phone does is take away the imagination. And if you have a way of constantly stimulating the imagination, you will have constantly better results out of the things that you create.
Born away from home with restless and wandering souls. Some would have amnesia, some would just know. Even today, many of us still yearn to walk in the finger. Kinda like the anthem says, may we forever stand, true to our God, true to our native land. I am one of those who never returned from the marketplace. But yes, life goes on. My story, part of the bigger story, represents the missing parts of the Jolly's tale. We ride out. On our return departure, we take chariots, motherships, orchestras, trains, dreams, and moonbeams. I was born in a sea of blackness in Gary, Indiana. Always learning, yearning, no dust settling. I learned them blue notes on a gula box, listening to a boombox. We set the table, we ate together. We journeyed south in a deuce and a quarter. Back then it was pop.